What's going on, guys? You guys were asking me a lot about, caffeine supplementation and how it can help you all out in the gym and games and stuff. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about it. So there's some benefits, supplementing with caffeine, obviously, it's going to improve the following areas. It's going to help out your endurance a good bit. You're going to be able to run a little bit more. You're going to be able to complete tests a little faster, and you're just going to feel as if you can compete at a higher level for a little bit longer. As far as strength and conditioning goes, you're going to be able to increase your repetitions in the gym. Not so much for 1RM, but it is going to help you out complete more repetitions at lower weights. And it's actually going to increase your heart rate during exercise too. So the blood's going to be flowing a little more. You're going to be able to increase your heart rate. So it's actually pretty easy to consume. I'm sure a lot of you guys have coffee and capsules and things like that, but those are the two main ways. There's also a bunch of energy drinks, things like that you can do. Caffeine is also going to decrease your rate of perceived exertion. So what that is it's going to make you feel like you're not working as hard and you're going to be able to do more in the gym and at practice and things like that. So when we're going through plays at practice and such, you get a little brain dead and things kind of go a little fuzzy, towards the end of practice. What caffeine can do, it's going to improve your cognitive function. You'll think through those plays and kind of see things clearer when you supplement with caffeine. So all in all, it's going to kind of improve how you practice. It'll help you lift weight, lower weight, obviously, but do some more repetitions. It's going to help you through those fitness tests that we talk about and do all the time. So obviously, there's some disadvantages as well. So caffeine's got potential for these negative side effects. You can feel a little restless. You may get headaches, deal with some more anxiety. You may actually be a non-respondent to caffeine. So you could be supplementing with caffeine. You could be drinking a lot of coffee that has a lot of caffeine in it. You might not feel anything. This has a lot to do with your genetics and your genetic makeup. And it has potential negative effects on your cardiovascular function. Like I said earlier, it's going to increase your heart rate. There are negative effects to increasing your heart rate if you have too much caffeine. And the big thing about disadvantages is that it's not going to improve your performance during the game. So it'll help you in practice, but there's no evidence suggesting that it's going to improve your performance, athletic performance during the game. So it'll help you with your cognitive function, but not so much your actual athletic output in the game. So you guys might be wondering, well, how can we benefit from this? So evidence does suggest that in order for caffeine to become an ergogenic aid, you have to be trained at an elite level. And I would say as D1 athletes, working in the gym, do what you guys do, you're trying to be elite athlete. So there are potential benefits of supplementing with caffeine. Basketball is an endurance sport. You guys are working for 40 minutes, 2 20-minute halves. And what caffeine can do is it can increase your time to exhaustion. So as an endurance athlete, it's jumping and running up and down the court. Caffeine's going to increase your time to exhaustion. So if you feel like you're getting tired closer to the end of the game, or even sometimes at halftime, supplementing with caffeine can help you do that. And there's added benefits to the team sports. Not so much solo sports, but in team sports during the event, it's going to improve your cognitive function. You're going to be able to think just better about the game, the plays that we're trying to run. So the NCAA guidelines are pretty strict. Caffeine is a restricted substance by the NCAA based on the ergogenic effects it has on athletes. It's not banned, but it is incredibly restricted. So these guidelines are tough. So you have to be able to produce below 15 micrograms per milliliter when they do your drug testing. This level is reached in about 3 to 4 cups of coffee or 2 capsules that are between 3 to 6 milligrams. And you'll be hitting that level about 2 hours prior to exercise if you are consuming caffeine. Any caffeine above that limit is going to result in disqualification and you're not going to be able to compete. So the one type of caffeine that is completely banned is called guarana. It's a type of caffeine that they have completely banned because it has bigger ergogenic effects than just having coffee or supplementing with a capsule. So my recommendations to you guys are it's going to be best to avoid consuming any more than that 3 to 6 milligrams of caffeine about 2 hours prior to games. Any more than that, honestly, it's going to have some negative effects. You're going to get headaches. You're going to feel restless. You're going to be tired. You're not going to really be benefiting from caffeine as you should be if you have any more than that. I would also say if you guys are going to supplement with caffeine to avoid any consumption of caffeine during the event. If you are going to consume something, let's get a carbohydrate rich bar. It's probably going to help you out any more than caffeine would during the game. I would say that prime time caffeine supplementation, that's going to take place prior to practice or weightlifting. That's perfectly acceptable. That's safe for you guys to take 3 to 6 milligrams 1 hour before training begins. Y'all are going to be on fire during the gym. All right, guys, that's pretty much it on caffeine. Use it safely, and we're just not going to use it on game days. Good luck.